Hello! Yes, it's me, Kitty again. It's so lovely to see you. Do you remember my friend Holly, whose birthday party I went to, who likes giraffes? Well, yesterday I invited her round to play. I had it all planned out. We were going to do some dance, then play on our iPads, and then watch a new film on TV. Holly arrived and she'd even brought some popcorn. Oh, thank you, Holly. We can have this later, watching our film. We walked down the corridor towards the living room, chatting as we made our way. Just as we made our way to the living room, there was a popping noise and all the lights went out. My mum came rushing into the living room. There's been a power cut, girls. Everything's been switched off. The lights, the TV and the aircon, Mummy explained. Uh-oh, me and Holly remarked. I phoned the electric company and they said it won't be fixed until the end of the day, Mummy went on to say. Oh no, I thought, what are we going to do now? Our music, iPad games and TV won't work now. Holly had a good idea. I know, Kitty. Why don't we make our own games? It will give us something to do and it will be fun. That sounds like a great plan, Holly. What do you think we can do? I enthusiastically replied. Do you ever make up games? It can be great fun. Look, look, said Holly, pointing to a big ball of yarn. We could make a yo-yo. Oh, it's been ages since I played with a yo-yo. And I've never made one. Great idea, Holly. I'll ask my dad to help us. He has a workbench and lots of tools. Holly and I untangled the yarn and took it to my dad's man cave. Hello, girls. What have you got there? Daddy curiously asked. We want to make a yo-yo. Can you help us? Of course. Hand it to me. Daddy loved making things in his man cave, so he was happy to help. Have you ever tried yoga? Holly posed and asked. What's yoga, Holly? I inquisitively asked. Yoga is a movement practice, a bit like a sport, Holly explained, continuing. It focuses on stretches and breathing to help your mind, body and soul. Oh wow, that sounds like a good thing to do, I replied. It is. It's great for your physical and mental health, and it's easy to start. You don't need any experience to try. Look, I'll show you a stretch I learned, Holly said as she took up a pose. After we finished our yoga, we were both feeling a bit hungry. Would you like a snack? I asked Holly. Oh, yes, please, she replied. We went to the fridge and found 2 yogurt pots. Let's have these. They're yummy and good for your tummy. With that, Daddy walked into the kitchen with our homemade yo-yo. Here we are, girls. A fancy new yo-yo. Here, let me show you. Daddy put the loop of yarn around his finger and cast the yo-yo down his arm towards the floor. What do you think of that? Daddy proudly exclaimed. But just at that moment, crack! The yo-yo fell apart. The 2 wooden discs either side went rolling across the floor. and the centre axle went crashing into the kitchen door. "Oh no!" shouted Daddy. But me and Holly went into fits of giggles. "Oh well, Daddy, we tried." As we all stood laughing in the kitchen, there was a knock at the door. "Electrical services," shouted a lady down the corridor. Wow, the time had gone so fast. We didn't do any of the things I planned to do, but we actually had lots of fun. Holly's mum arrived to take her home for dinner. "Thank you for inviting me to your house," said Holly. "Thank you for teaching me yoga," I replied. "You're welcome," she said. With that, the electric came back on and Mummy started making our yam and green radish soup. Have you ever tried a yam? They're really yummy. They don't grow here in England. They come from a long way away, but I really like them. Well, wasn't that an unexpected but interesting day? It just goes to show, when things don't go to plan, you can still have fun. I hope you enjoyed hearing about mine and Holly's made-up play day. Now, I want to help you remember the words we found on the way. Are you ready? Yo-yo, yarn, yogurt, yam, yoga.